A younger version of Optimus Prime. I never thought I'd see the day where he was young and inexperienced. Watch where you're pointing that axe, pal. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here, and we're taking a look at one of the more popular figures released in the United toy line. This is the animated version of Optimus Prime. Now I say that he's probably one of the more popular ones due to the fact that I've had a very hard time tracking this version of the toy down. I had once seen him at a toy show, but they were asking a premium price to get this figure. I only happened to find one by getting rather lucky searching a Walmart in my area. Yes, Walmart can occasionally be good for something. Now, this is the character based on his appearance in Transformers Animated. During that series, he was voiced by voice actor David Kaye, who has been a mainstay through 8 different Transformers series, and throughout it has voiced both of the faction's famous leaders, Prime and Megatron. But he's been in more roles than what we really have time to mention. But a few well-known ones that I'm very familiar with was he was the English dub voice of Son Tendo in the Ranma 1/2 series. He also voiced General Hawk in the DiC animated seasons of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And he was also the voice of both Professor Xavier and Apocalypse in the X-Men Evolution series. And like I said, there's way too many more for us to mention. Doing that would take a video in unto itself. Now, this version of Optimus Prime did not start off immediately as the leader like we're all familiar with. This one started off as a washout from the Cybertronian Elite Guard, and pretty much got reassigned to space bridge repair duty. He became an idealistic young leader that was fond of the long inspirational speeches that's kind of a trope for some leader characters. But as he started to learn what it really takes to be a hero, he is starting to grow into the leader that many of us are familiar with the character. At any rate, we'll start by taking a look at his accessories now. We will start with the most prominent one that you all can see. Situate him so he doesn't fall. And that is his axe. And this is a nice weapon. I gotta admit that. This is a very nice looking weapon. Because it did display nicely there with it in its full configuration, but the axe can also be shrunk by simply pushing the shaft inwards, and there we go. It's in a smaller size, which makes it easier to store. So let's face it, if you want the axe fully extended out, you want to put him on display. Otherwise, it's just easier. Leave the axe in the short form so it's easier to store the toy. And then there is the second accessory that could get overlooked, and it is this light bar that's here on his back. There we go, got it popped free. since this gets inserted and it's never really removed from him, you can leave it on here and it doesn't get in the way for transforming or anything, so it often gets forgotten about. Make sure that if you are buying one that's loose, you make sure he has this. And of course, since it does have a hole in there, you can store his axe on his backside, if you so choose. At any rate, let's take a look at Optimus's articulation. You can turn his head from left to right, and it will rock up and down. It is on a ball joint. His arm can be raised up about so far. And if we hold the body down, we can rotate the arm all the way around at the shoulder. His arms do bend at the elbow greater than 90 degrees. And there is a swivel at the biceps, so he does have G.I. Joe battle grip. But you can only swing his arm out that far, because it will stop itself. He can twist at the hips, so he has some dance moves going for him. We can spread his legs apart into just almost a full splits. He does have a thigh cut. You can raise his legs at the hip 90 degrees, and you can bend his leg at the knee greater than 90 degrees. So all in all, he has some good articulation for a toy of his size. Okay, to transform Optimus, we start by taking his feet, and you will fold them down like so. I'm going to spread his legs apart a bit, because down below the knee, this panel should pop out, and kind of fold the foot underneath. And so it's kind of why we're keeping him separated a little bit here. And we can just get the other one to move. There we go. Just like that. And then of course they want us to bend out the pieces at the knee. Try to make them seem straight like that. And of course once you've done that, then you can bring his legs together and connect them right here at the sides of the knees. There we go. That seemed to be the best way to get that to happen. And now we turn him around to the back. We're going to kind of straighten the arms out of the way. You pop the back plate free and kind of stretch it out and above. And you'll come in here underneath his arms, and they want you to fold out these sections here that have the wheels. Get those kind of folded out, because we're going to take and fold the body all the way flat from that spot in the back. Now, of course, once you've done the fold, you're going to rotate it here at that point. And try to do it gently, because this is at an awkward angle. Try to see if I can get it to do the other way. So it'll go, there it goes, went all the way that way. Then of course once you've got that done, then you'll take the leg coverings and you can bring them up, because they should snap into place. You'll see right here on the side of the chest area there's a notch, and it should line up with a piece in the foot. And that'll secure them in. And of course once you've done that, you'll take the feet and fold them up and over So they form, also they attach along the back of the bed here. There we go. So now we got that done, we come around here to the front. You're going to fold down the chest plate so that it's folded out. We'll come up here to his arms next. Fold down the fists like so from the side. And then just rotate the hands up and in. And put them back. We'll straighten the arm at the shoulder a bit, and we're going to rotate it so that they're upside down. Just like that. Then we can raise his arms up into a classic I surrender pose. And then we can come around here and bend his elbows. There's a little post protruding from the one arm, and it should connect just there at the shoulder. Just like that. Snaps together good. And of course, once you got him in, you make sure that you got the wheels situated down beneath, because the arms do connect to a tab, have a tab, helps them line up with the wheels. Then you fold up the chest, and it should connect onto the arms. There we go. Then you get him folded back. And we fold up this piece here so that it'll help form the top of the truck. And then we can bring him up here at his legs, because they have posts that'll lock in to the holes near the front wheels. And then there we have it. Optimus Prime is turned into a Cybertronian style semi-cab. And of course you can take the axe, and the round poles will connect to a hole in his foot, and that'll help hold the axe onto him. How well does he roll on this table? He rolls great on this wood table. I am impressed. So now we get to my thoughts. What do I think of this toy? I really like this toy, to be honest with you folks. It's not a bad representation of a newer take on the classic character, and certainly one that I would be more interested in looking into. Unfortunately, I don't share that same interest for the upcoming Transformers 1, but that's Paramount's fault for that. But at any rate, this toy is pretty good. If I had any real gripes, it might be that the axe really doesn't store very well there on the back. Maybe if we let's shift it a bit so that use the post on the axe head to connect in instead of the ones on the shaft. Put that on there better, and it doesn't stick out as far, so that looks a little better. All in all, I do think this one looks good. It does display well, and it looks relatively fun to play with. At any rate, that's my review of the Legacy United version of animated Optimus Prime. I hope you all enjoyed it. And please do remember that if you love the content we feature on this channel, I would appreciate a like, share, comment, and also a subscription if you haven't done so already. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.